Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm thankful for all of my subscribers, and if you haven't already subscribed, right now is the best time to do so, so go ahead and click that subscribe button. I wanted to come on here and show you guys how I clip in my Bellamy hair extensions. It's pretty quick and easy, so I decided to just do a tutorial in case you guys need a little help, so your girl is here to help you out. So let's get started. So here are the extensions. I usually keep them in this clippy thing. It's like a sealer for chips. I just got it at the dollar store and it's just way cheaper than the ones that they have on the Bellamy site. I've already brushed out the extensions and I've straightened them because I want them straight today. I usually, if I'm gonna curl them, I curl my hair once they're already in my head. Or on my head, but if I'm gonna straighten them, I straighten it before just because it's a lot easier and I can pull them a lot easier. I've straightened these and curled them a lot of times and they are still in really good shape. The clips are like that, you can see. So you're pretty much just gonna be clipping the clip into the into your actual hair and then just closing it shut. First of all, I'm going to part my hair. I like to hold up my hair with these clips here. I talked about them in my last video. Got them from Amazon, pretty cheap, and I love that they hold a lot of hair or a little bit of hair. So I'll get started with the parting process. So I usually just part my hair with my nails since they're pretty sharp. You can do it with like a pen, but it doesn't really have to be straight. You do want it to be as straight as possible, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So I just pretty much go down below, the lowest I can. And you can kind of see here. So I only have a little bit of hair there. And then the first one that I'm going to put in is the one with the 3 clips. And if everyone's head is different, so if your head is a little smaller, you can always put the 2 clip in there too, since it comes with the one with the 2 clip. Sometimes I use this at the bottom, but I like to use that at the top. So I'm going to do the 3 down here and I'll get in a little bit more into detail once we're up here a little closer to the top, so that way I can show you closer. So let me just finish the back part and I'll show you how I part it as I go. One, which is the 4 clip extension. I usually like to do that right around here just because it could go pretty far out and it's really long. And again, especially if you have a smaller head, it'll cover most of like your head circumference. So what you really want to do is just clip it in, and then what I do is I just pull on it a little bit to just make sure it's secure. And if it's even a little bit wiggly, I'll just do it all over again. So I have all of the back extensions done. So I have the 4 clip all the way at the top. I have a 3 clip in the middle and another 3 clip all the way at the bottom. So I have 3 extensions in there already. So some people may be okay with just this, but I like my front hair to also blend in. So I'm going to add more extensions here in the front. But the back is done. I usually just start with the back so that way I can just finish off at the front. One thing that I have noticed is that if you add them too far up, they'll obviously show. And then since my roots are showing, they'll show more. So I kind of try to leave the last one around here. And you'll also get a bump if you put it too high up. So that's one thing that I try to avoid, is that little like bump that'll get created if you put it too high up. So that's one thing to keep in mind. I try to keep it more in mind when it's at the front. So for the ones in the front, you want to make sure that you put it as close to your face as possible, but you do want to leave at least a little bit of hair in the front like I did right here. So that way when your hair is just down and it maybe goes up a little bit, it still looks a little natural. So that's one thing that I do. I'll show you how I do the last one. So the two clip-in is right there. And that's as far as I'll go with the bigger clips. And I have 3 single clips. One of them I'll put on this side, and then 2 of them I'll put on this side. So this is the one clip here. So you see the little teeth. And this one I usually just put in the front so that way it can mesh with like my bangs here. So I'm going to just... I just kind of scrape my head and then I pull it to just make sure it's not going anywhere. And these little ones are a little bit trickier because you have to really get a lot of hair in there for them to stick, because they're not going to have another clip to kind of support it. So I really have to like just kind of like brush your hair and then clip it in once you have some hair in the little clips. So that one's close enough. And then that one is right here. So it'll mesh with these little bangs here. And then it won't give my head that like bump. So I don't have anything right here. It's just like right there. Because I have seen some people that put extensions in and they're a little bit higher. And you can see that bump here, and I like a smooth head. So the biggest extension that I have, which is a 2-piece in the front, is all the way down here to just give me more of a slimmer head shape rather than like a bigger head right here. It just looks weird. So I'll do these other ones real quick for you so that way you can see too. On this side of my head, I'm just going to use 2 small ones. So that way they blend in a little bit more. I'll put these a little lower just because most of my bangs are on this side, and that's why I only have the single strand one over here, or the single clip one on one side rather than both. You just kind of scrape it in there. And this is what I mean by checking it. I just pull it down to make sure it doesn't fall off. And these clips are really good. I mentioned in my last video that I did go to Vegas and I wore them all day. I slept in them and I still had them on perfectly fine. None of them fell out the next day. They were, obviously I had like bed head, so they were all like really tangled, but I just brushed them right out and they look fine. So they do hold up as long as you install them correctly. So yeah, just make sure that they are in there good. And I don't know if you can see like the back part of it. I don't think you really can. Let me see. Let me try to pull one up so you can see. So you see, this is all the hair that's like in there with it. And it's just literally clipped in. Pretty easy. I don't try to get it too close to the scalp, especially because I have grow out right now. And even when I didn't, I try not to keep it too close to the scalp, so that way you can grab the hair a lot easier. And then brushing out your hair really helps too, so that way everything kind of mixes in. Keep seeing stuff. There you go. But there you have it. It looks super cute. I love it. I don't have bumps in my hair that I can see, and everything blends in really nicely. I'll show you guys the back. And I also really love this color because it does have a lot of different hues in it. It's not just like one color. It has like a little bit of orange, a little bit of red, and obviously blonde. Like it's all mixed together, so that way my hair that's not perfect can blend in pretty well in with the extensions, and you can't really tell that it's fake other than it's just super long. All right, that concludes this video. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate every one of you. And again, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure that you subscribe, and I'll see you next time.